For you to be able to normalize your success, what is the first thing that you guys need? You need to be committed first. You need to be consistent. The third thing that you need, guys, is conviction. Are you success or are you failure? I want to spend my time with you guys today is sharing with you guys, showcasing to you guys how you can normalize your success. How many of you guys want to be able to normalize your success? But I want you guys to understand it may seem easy, but it's not as easy. In fact, it takes work. First, I'm going to start with a quick story, and I'm going to share with you guys just again, as I did last week. I would ask myself these questions like, why is there no one helping me? You know what's funny? When we get somebody to help us, in our mind, we ask the question, why the f is this person trying to help me? What does this person get out of it? So that's crazy. That's really interesting, right? So we ask for help. Why wouldn't anyone help us? But then, when someone does choose to help us, instantaneously skeptical. So I remember how this showed up in my life. This was when I was going to the studio with White Jay, and I didn't have any food. So he would bring us to the studio, or he would bring my black ass to the studio so I can eat my one meal of the week, sometimes 2 meals of the week. And I'd always wonder, like, this guy says he wants to help me. He says that he's here to help, but he doesn't want to help me. He just wants me to entertain him and entertain his guests. And I started labeling him all kinds of different things, attacking his character for absolutely apparently no reason. When all he was trying to do is, hey, you have a place, eat food, network, connect with people, gain insights from people. But I didn't see it as that. I didn't see it as that. I seen it as, hey, you're not helping me in the way that I want you to help me. I don't think you're actually helping me. I think you're making a mockery of me. I think you're making a fool out of me. Do you guys think I sabotaged that beautiful, amazing, literally one of the best situations of my life? I'm used to negative things happening for me or to me. So all I'm doing is projecting more of that into my life. And I'm not going to say that this was completely my fault, but the reality is it is completely my fault. How many of you guys have relationships and you just wish maybe something improved in your relationship? So we all have these issues in these situations, and my friend at the time, he was just like, dude, yeah, and it's only gonna get worse. And I started listening to him, and I started telling myself that. Every time me and my ex-girlfriend had an issue, you know what I said? It's only gonna get worse. And what do you think happened? It only got worse. See, at this time, I didn't really understand the concept of speaking things into existence. I remember as well when I first started this whole entrepreneurial journey, making money in the non-traditional fashion. I started trying to do real estate. You know what I told myself? I told myself this would not work because I don't have a leg. At this point, my foot was broken. I don't have feet to walk and look at properties. This wouldn't work. Did it work? Yes or no? Normalizing failure. I started running solo ads when I was younger. I found this online platform that spoke about solo ads and online marketing back in like 2016. I said, this won't work because I don't know anything about computers. I said that once. I then moved on to another thing. I was like, all right, f that. Hey, I'm going to do day trading. I'm going to buy these books from this guy called Tim Sykes. I'm going to read a bunch of things. I'm going to open up a Ameritrade account. I'm going to start paper trading. You know what I told myself? This won't work because of the PDT rule. I need to have $25,000 in my account for me to trade. This won't work. What do you think happened? And then I made a decision. How many decisions did I make? I made one decision. Same exact situation. I watched this webinar and this guy said that I could make $25,000 a month by having 5 clients pay me $5,000 a month each. Same exact objections. I don't know how the f am I going to get a client. And typical junior would have said what? That won't work because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get a client. I don't know how to do marketing. I don't know how to do this or that or this. I don't know how to do any of this shit. So it's not going to work. And immediately I would clock out. Immediately I would quit and give up before I even get started. This time I was committed. This is exactly how you normalize success. I'll tell you guys. Some of you guys are going to get it. Some of you guys aren't. Some of you guys are going to use it to your benefit for 2025. Some of you guys are going to use it to your demise in 2025. We're going to figure out who. I don't know anything about anything computer, as I previously just mentioned. I didn't know sales. I didn't know marketing. I didn't know Facebook ads. I didn't know, in fact, I didn't even use Facebook. Look at how old I am. Like Facebook was around, but Facebook was for like college kids. I wasn't even in high school. I was in junior high school. What the f do I have a Facebook account for? Does that make sense? So I never got into Facebook. Facebook was not my generation. I got into Instagram, and then that was it for me, Instagram. So now I'm being told Facebook ads. I have to learn how to do Facebook ads. But I said I'm committed to making this thing work. I'm committed to making this thing work. I have no other option. I have no other choice. In fact, I'm not giving myself another option. I am not giving myself another choice. So what did I do? I outlined everything that I needed. And the first thing that I needed was to make an actual commitment. Most of us, our commitments cost us nothing. But you know what a real commitment is? A real commitment costs you everything. Most of us make commitments that cost nothing. I want you to think about marriage. When you get married, is that a commitment, yes or no? Does it cost you nothing, or does it cost you literally your entire lifestyle? Which one? It costs you everything. Your entire lifestyle changes. So this was my commitment to myself. I'm going to figure this thing out. And that's what some of you guys are sitting down saying, oh, I'm committed because I did that. No, absolutely not. I had a $700 vacation check from my previous employer when I used to do construction. I took that money and I purchased a flight all the way to Miami. Why? I had limiting beliefs. You know what I believed? I'm black. I have dreads. No one's gonna wanna work with me. I look like a piece of I probably smell like no one's gonna wanna work with me. No one's gonna wanna do any type of business with me if they were to see my face. However, what I can do is I can make a contact via phone, and then they can make any assumptions after that. How many of you guys have limitations like that? I'm a girl. I'm a guy, I'm handicapped, I look this way, I look that way. We all have these, I'm old, I'm young. We all have these limitations. Did I let these limitations stop me, yes or no? But it didn't take me long to realize, holy shit, I fucked up. I booked the flight, but I didn't know where the fuck I was gonna go. I called up somebody, she dropped me to a motel. Let me tell you why a motel? I didn't have any credit cards. You can't book a hotel room without a credit card. So I had to pay cash for my motel. It was like $50 a night or something like that. So I'm sitting there, I'm reading books, if I had to be really honest with you guys. But I'm also pondering, do I go out there and put my face out there? Do I make that commitment? How many of you guys are shy? How many of you guys are nervous? How many have anxiety speaking to people? Guys, I want to keep reminding you, us humans, we are 99% the same. Super nervous, super afraid, super scared. Hecka anxiety. So I make a decision. My phone's about to be turned off, and I start walking up and down Biscayne Boulevard. Literally, probably took me 2 hours to walk up and 2 hours to walk back. Probably about 100 to 150 calls made to every freaking business owner that I can see. Chevrolet dealerships, foot doctors, construction owners, development buildings, animal hospitals. You name it, I spoke to them. Jiu-jitsu locations. It did not matter to me. You had a storefront and a number that I seen, I was calling it. And I did. Cell phone repair locations. Out of 100 to 150 calls made, how many people do you think got back in contact with me? Yeah, someone said 5%, someone said 50. You guys are so kind and so delusional. It's so bad. 2 people that got in contact with me. A cell phone repair location and a CrossFit location. Only those 2 people. With the flights and the hotel stay and the food, it cost me about $500 out of my $700 just for those 2 contacts. So now that I have these 2 people that I'm speaking to, these 2 clients, and I've showed myself, holy crap, I can go out there and I can find people. I started going out there in New York, a little bit more comfortable now, trying to find new clients, finding new clients. But while I'm finding these new clients, every single day I had a notebook. Every single day, that same exact layout, I would write that layout every day, consistent. And every day around the same time, I would make a call to the same people. Whether they picked up or not, I would call them. Consistent. And it took me, I kid you not, 3 to 4 months. I was down to my last I remember the day. You know what's crazy? I can tell you that I made that call. And that happened 8 years ago. You want me to tell you how I know I can remember it? Because again, like I said, I wrote it down in the schedule every day consistently. Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. is when I made that call. And after calling for so much times with no response, with rushed off the phones, with, hey, why are you calling me? Or this and that, I stayed the path, I stayed consistent long enough for it to work for me. My first client was a CrossFit client. And instantly I received not $5,000 that I believed I was gonna make, not $500 what I was trying to negotiate. I received my first $300 online. Can I get a round of applause for that? I got this money. And in my head, I know without a shadow of a doubt that someone gave me their money, their hard-earned money. I'm going to multiply it. You're not just gonna give me money and I'm just gonna, oh, well, f it, I don't know how to run. Guys, did I know how to run ads at this time? Yes or no? Did I know anything about Facebook ads? Did I know anything about sales, marketing, entrepreneurship, business creation, or any of that stuff? Yes or no? I have no idea how to do any of those things. Most of us are sitting down. Did I have a website? Yes or no? Most of us are sitting down thinking we need to have all these ducks lined up for us to get started with things. No! Find a direction, choose a direction, and go. So now I'm just like, all right, I need to figure this thing out. I need to figure this thing out. And while I'm trying to learn how to do this marketing thing and this sales thing, I've had friends that said, hey, bro, don't come back to my house. If you're going to be focused on working and doing this, like you're not fun anymore, don't come back to my house. I don't want to hang out with you. I've had relationships, friendships, not only friendships, but actual relationships. And because I had that much belief, conviction in what I knew, what I was going to be doing. I had that much belief. I had that much conviction. No one's going to tell me I can't do this because I know I can do this. I know I can figure it out. Was it easy? No. Did I have times when I wanted to normalize failure and say, or it wouldn't work because of that? Absolutely. I had more reasons to. The deeper that I dug into this thing, the more reasons I had to fail. I didn't know how to get another client. I didn't have money to run ads. I didn't have money to build a funnel or even to pay for my funnel building software. I didn't have money for this. I didn't have money for training. It'll take me too long for the training. I had excuses upon of excuses. But instead of focusing on dwelling and living inside of my excuses, I focus on the fact that I believe that I can make this thing work without a shadow of doubt. I know that I can do this. And when I do this, ooh, it's going to feel so good. I kept pushing. And before I knew it, I was able to not only be able to pay my bills with this online digital marketing client thingamajig that I seen on a webinar that I couldn't afford. I was not only able to pay my bills with the money that I made, I was able to afford myself freedom from modern day slavery. I was able to free myself from modern day slavery by normalizing success. And it's as easy as the 3 C's. First, you have to be committed to something. You have to be committed. And then you have to be consistent with that thing long enough for it to start working. And you have to choose it day in and day out. You have to have conviction. Because if you don't choose it day in and day out, it's easy for you to be swayed into something else, into another thing, and then you have to start the entire cycle all over again. And every time you start the cycle, the less confidence you have. And because you have less confidence, what do you think that happens? Now you're normalizing your failures. You're normalizing quitting on things. You're normalizing on giving up. You're normalizing moving on to something else instead of normalizing your success with whatever you have in front of you. So let me ask you guys one final question. Who are you? Are you success or are you failure? And that's a deep question that only you and you alone can answer. You don't have to type, guys, you don't have to type that here. I'm not here to judge you. You can judge yourself. I want you guys to think about it. And don't just think about it, look at your actions. And let your actions speak for you.